Hello, Bernie Bears and Bernie families. This is Mrs. Gomez, your principal, with an update on our CJUSD dress code. We are now coming into mid October, and it's a great opportunity for us to be able to review what our CJUSD dress code is. So just keep in mind the things that I will be going through today, that they will go into effect October 12th, which is tomorrow, Tuesday, October 12th. But before we put this into effect, I wanted to make sure that you all were aware of what the dress code was, what was appropriate, was not appropriate for school. And this goes for every school in the district, so not just Alice Bernie. You will find that if you click here or aquí, you will find the actual CJUSD letter from our superintendent, Dr. Miranda, which tells us about what is the actual dress code. So what I did was I took these different requirements and I put them into different slides. So the first thing is I will go through is our what we can wear. So anything that has college, so any accessories, any clothes that has to do with the college or promoting a college is completely acceptable. Also, in terms of the shoes, we get this asked often. We would like, of course, at the elementary level for kids to wear tennis shoes. That's just the safest thing. But if there are any other closed toe shoes, you're also able to wear those. And often we get asked, can they wear Crocs? Can they wear sandals? They may wear Crocs, you may wear sandals, but they have to have the back strap. So you have to have the back strap on. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And so what are some of the things that are not allowed? Okay. So the first and foremost is head coverings. So hats, any kind of hats. So the only hats that they do allow is for to protect the sun. And if you do wear a hat, it needs to follow these guidelines. It needs to be plain white, tan color, like a beige, or a neutral color canvas. So it has to be like a beige, a white, something of that nature. And no hat whatsoever, whether it's a Bernie hat or one of these hats, cannot be worn indoors. So that means in the classroom, in the cafeteria, in the office, in the library, none of that. If you are indoors, you automatically take those hats off. The hat that you wear may include the official school logos, so only. So school logo, so like the Bernie Strong hats that we gave each of you, you're welcome to wear those, but they can only be worn outside and not indoors. And only when it's super cold or raining will you be allowed to wear your hoods or any beanies. Again, now the beanies need to be really plain, don't have lots of insignia, still following the dress code. They could be college beanies, but that's about it, or plain beanies. Okay, so in terms of what can your shirts, your sweaters, your backpacks, your folders, what can they and cannot have on them? So anything of that shall be free of the following things. There shouldn't be any crazy writing on there, pictures, or anything else that's going to be crude, which is not nice. Vulgar, which is offensive to people, which can be offensive to people. Profane, which means it has bad words. Sexually suggestive, which means it has very inappropriate adult images on there. Anything that has weapons. So right now, with all the Halloween shirts going on, we're starting to see a lot of shirts with bloody, gory chainsaws and all kinds of things. So don't wear it. Anything that has a weapon, don't wear it. With blood, just don't wear it. Anything that has drugs, alcohol, tobacco, which is like cigarettes, e-cigarettes, that kind of thing. Anything that would be affiliated with the gang, don't wear it. Anything that would affiliate you with a particular race or group that leaves other people out, not allowed. Any clothing or accessory that is a safety hazard. So if the clothing you're wearing, if the backpack, the necklace, whatever accessory you're wearing, if it's a safety hazard for you, we're going to ask you to remove it or give you something else to wear. Also, please make a note in terms of tops, shorts, pants, they must be able to conceal the undergarments, meaning your bra straps, your bras, your underwear, all of that. It needs to be covered. All of that needs to be covered. No see-through fabrics. We should not be able to see through your shirts. And we should not be able to see any skin, any abdomen, so your stomach should not be showing. Even when you go, like when you raise your hands, they should not be showing. That means it's too short. Also, that goes for pants also, and shorts with like torn pants, torn shorts, all of that. That also should be enough to cover your undergarments. Okay. Also, your sleepwear, your loungewear, do not wear your pajamas to school. It's just not allowed. And also, here's another one we see often is excessively baggy pants. So if they're super baggy pants or shorts, it's not allowed. And we should not see any belt straps hanging either. And also, if you wear shorts with high socks, we must be able to see skin between the socks and the bottom of the shorts. They should not be bumped up against each other. There should be skin. We should be able to see your knees and that kind of thing. Okay. Okay, anything, I know this is going to bump some of you out, but anything that is showing professional sports team name or logos, that goes for Dodgers, Lakers, Yankees, Raiders, all of that. It's not allowed. So please keep that in mind as you decide what you're going to wear to school starting tomorrow. I know many of you like that, and I support that. Trust me, I know I'm a big Rams fan, but unless it's a sports spirit day, that is the only day that you will be allowed to wear any sports gear, including shirts, sweaters, hats, that kind of thing. Okay, so if you decide, then now that you know what is acceptable, and you decide, well, I'm going to wear it anyways. So let's talk about what happens. So if you decide the first time after tomorrow, or excuse me, after today, that you're not going to follow the dress code policy, the first thing would be you're going to have a verbal warning, and you're going to get a counseling session from myself or Ms. Lopez, our assistant principal, and we will make you change into acceptable clothing, meaning you will wear one of our shirts. We're not going to ask you to turn it inside out, and we're not going to allow you to call home so your family can bring you a shirt. You will wear one of the shirts that we have, and it's not necessarily going to be a new shirt. Okay. Also, we will notify your family and let them know. And also, we will write this down into your record so that we document that we already spoke to you about that. The second offense, if you decide, okay, I already knew about the dress code policy, I already chose to break the policy once, and you choose to break it again, then we're looking at lunch or recess detention, or possibly another warning. And again, we will have you change into acceptable clothing, into one of our shirts or shorts or pants or whatever the case is, that's breaking dress code. We will notify your families, and we will write this down in your record again that was a second offense. If you decide you're still going to not follow dress code policy, then we're going to find other means of correction, which we'll determine on a case-to-case basis. But again, you will change into acceptable clothing, into what clothing we have here on campus. There will be an in-school suspension where you will spend the day in the office. There will be a parent conference now where myself or Ms. Lopez will meet with your families, and we will, of course, put this down in your record. If there are any further violations, they may result in other disciplinary actions. So there will be other consequences, much bigger than the ones that were just discussed. And just a reminder, because I am notifying you of this today, this dress code policy will be enforced effective tomorrow, October 12th. So please keep that in mind. I will be sending the teachers a frequently asked questions sheet so that if you all have any questions, students, you can let your teachers know. And teachers, I just ask that you please add those questions to the form, to the Google Doc, and I will answer them as best as I can. So with that, I thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this video and for making good choices and staying within our dress code policy. Have a wonderful